So today we're working in the rain early in the morning and we're on a Nissan K12, and the reason that we're doing this, we also have to service it, but have you ever had an MOT advisory or fail that looks like this? Suspension arm, pin or bush worn but not resulting in excessive movement, nearside front rear bush. So there is a lower control arm that has two bushes and one, they call it a pin, it's a ball joint. That is basically that's basically what we're looking at here, is the rear bush. I'll show you when we get underneath the car. But essentially, when you're doing one of these on this K12, the lower arm is about £48, and by the time that you buy the bush and a press to get it out, you might as well just do the whole arm and have all brand new bushes and ball joints. So we'll be doing both sides on this today. Now, when it says slight movement, so it's not excessive, you could probably get away with just carrying on driving it. But I know this customer, like most of my customers, would rather just bring me the car once a year if possible for an MOT, get it back, have it serviced, do whatever work it needs, and then they just drive it for another year. So if you're in the same boat as that, this is the time to get the work done. And easy to find jacking point on these K12s, which is nice for the DIY. You can see there's another little nib there down the end, one there, and then there's one at the front here. That's a nice place to place your jack, and then we'll get it lifted on this side, and then we'll do the other side. Okay, let's take the wheel off. It's stuck. So I got it off. We'll have to clean that up. If you look, it kind of rusted onto the disc. So we'll give that a quick wire wheel before we put it back on and put some copper grease over it just to stop that from happening again. Both sides of the car are absolutely identical, so I'm only going to show replacing one side. We've got one bolt here going through. It does have a nut on the other side, but a lot of the time they're welded. Is that a welded nut? I can't tell. We'll find out in a second. And then we have one bolt here at the back going up into the subframe, and then we have a pinch bolt here on the ball joint that will have a nut on the other side. So I'll figure out what sockets I need, I'll come back and we'll get it off. The rain is not letting up. It's actually gotten worse from when I started. I pulled one side off, so I just need to get this side off, and then we can start fitting our new parts. I've double checked that they are the right arms. They are. Brilliant. So let's get to it, and I'll show you what you need to do to remove the lower arm on your K12 Micra. Come on. There we go. Broken loose. Just need to get the rest of the bolt out. Which in the rain is half the trouble. Go. There we go, we're out. So that is the ball joint there with the bolt out. Now we need to do is break it loose, but I think first what we'll do is we'll remove the Sorry, it's raining in my mouth. We'll undo this bolt here first, and then we'll go to the rear bush bolt as well. Undo those, and then we'll just let that hang down, and then we'll just smash out the ball joint. I'll show you that in a sec. Okay, just try and get this bolt here out. Oh, I've moved you, my apologies. There we go, that's one out. Always keep these together. You don't want to get those confused or lose one of them or something. So now that is that side there of the wishbone loose. Just get off the rear bush. Oh, come on, stay on there. Sick. The camera is pretty much where I'd usually be, so I'm in awkward positions. Hopefully come out. Little trick, put your spanner on the end, give it a little whiz. Should just come straight out, no problems. Recover the nut from the top, like so. Put that back on top, and then there we are. This should be loose now. Let's move this way so you can see what I'm doing. That's what I was looking for. Break loose the this rear bush, and then just keep hammering on it until it comes out. It'll come out eventually, I promise. Ah! It is. Well, I apologise if underneath, when I'm doing the next lower arm, I've done this side here, I'm just about to do the next side. If the camera shots aren't what they usually are, I mean, I know they're not always great anyway, but I can't get the camera too wet, so it's got to stay underneath the car, so I'm going to do my best. But as you can see, I am absolutely soaked through to the bone, so imagine what it would do to, you know, a camera. I can get wet and dry off, the camera will just die. So we'll crack on, we'll get off this side here, we'll get the new side on, and I'll try and show you as best as I can. So first thing is first, I need to get under there, I need to get the lower arm roughly in place, and then I just want to get all of the bolts started by hand before I tighten any of them down. Just get the bolts through, get the nuts on, held in place, get all of the nuts started, and then we'll start tightening them down. Yes, there we are live! This long bolt is the worst to get started, I would say. So I would do this one here first. Oh man, this one here does take a little bit of doing, but once it's in, it should go through. Should go through really easily, and then you just need to put the nut on the other side. So just get that nut started on this side here. We'll just get started finger tight by just a few threads, and then we'll leave that there for now. I think that should do it just fine. Okay, so we'll start with tightening up the ball joint now that they're all located. Get our spanner on the one side, impact gun on the other side. And there goes my phone. So before I tighten up the rear bush and the front bush on the wishbone, I just wanted to put my jack under there and jack up on the disc a little bit, just so that it's in roughly where it's going to sit on the ground. What I didn't want to do was tighten up the bolts in the wrong position, and when you drop it on the ground it binds the bushes, the rubber bushes, and they could like bind, they could squeak, and eventually they usually settle, but we're just going for, you know, a good job done straight away. The other thing I've done is I've put a screwdriver in the brake disc, because obviously when you try to jack up on the disc, you know, it starts to spin, so you need to lock that off. Now I've not lifted the car off the jack stand at all. It's still the weight of the vehicle is still very much on the jack stands. That is worth reiterating. Do not lift the weight of the vehicle on the brake disc. It's only a little bit, you're just changing the height, that's all. So yeah, it's a 17 on one side, it's an 18 on the other side. Just get up. There we go, that's done. So this is our rear bush here, which we need to tighten up, which is the reason of our MOT failure in the first place. Just want to give that a little. There we go. Now it's tightened up and the lower arm is on. Okay, and so the last thing to do now is to drop the car onto the floor and remove my jet, which is now stuck. Last thing to do is torque the wheels down. The spec that I have for this car is 110 Newton meters. That's it now. That's how you replace the lower arms on a 2010 K12 Micra. So whenever you replace any major suspension components, it is always a good idea to go and get an alignment. I paid £50 for this one. There are cheaper places where I live that will do an alignment for much less, but I find that I have to keep going back. So when you find a good place, just go there and they'll do you a good alignment. Like I'm pretty confident that this alignment will last. You know, I've been to other places where, you know, after like a day or so, you know, the alignment goes back to the way it was before, or it's just never quite right. I've driven out of places before after having an alignment done and the steering wheel was like this. So yeah, find somewhere decent, definitely get the alignment done, and that is essentially all that's involved in doing the job. I also recommend not doing it in the rain.